Oh, new colors? Wow. How about you take a look at yourself in the mirror? You can't make me. I can. Wow. This is quite creepy. If I was playing this at night, like alone, lights off, you idiot. That's cool. Oh, wow. The color change is actually permanent. I guess we're on to zone 2 or whatever now. That's really cool. I like that they made that choice. Can I talk to you? No. Are we like? It looks like we're inside guts, like playing Binding of Isaac, and in utero or whatever. Whoa! What is that? I hate how that wiggles. Is that a diglet? Okay, we actually have some gameplay. If the diglet touches me, then I die. Perhaps you could remove the blockage from the other side. Is that like a shortcut I'm going to open up later? The vein tube is weak, but it arrives wildly. Do I need to like cut it at some point? For real? Imagine if this game just turns into bullet hell. You don't see many like bullet hell games in. Has anyone made like a RPG Maker Pokemon fan game that's a bullet hell? I guess it would just be like the movement isn't smooth enough for it to feel nice. I guess Bike Rampage, right, is essentially a bullet hell. You've got a face. Beady eyes look at you from within the mounds of flesh, and it flashes a big smile at you. These nasty little clots just ruin the ambience here, don't they? I can get rid of them if you like. So I guess it's like if I imagine it's an accessibility thing. Like if you're finding the door is locked from the other side, actually Dark Souls. If you're finding these guys too difficult, you can just make it easy mode. And maybe that's what the counting guy meant too. Like if you're having trouble getting enough teeth, he can just beat up the teeth tree and let you pass. I don't think we'll have any trouble with they spit out a mouthful of blood. I went to the dentist for like the first time in ages a couple weeks ago, and like rinsing my mouth afterwards, just all the like blood and mucus coming out or whatever. Because essentially I was like quite bad, I guess. But like when you don't go to the dentist in a while, or if you don't brush your teeth like properly around the gums, you get like those not calluses, like calcium builds up, and so they have to like pick that off with a drill at the dentist, and then it like inflames your guts a bit because they're doing that right up the gums. And it's just like very gross afterwards. A bullet hell section could be fun, but I guess it's just like you can't make stuff too harsh because this kind of like movement it can be a bit annoying. And I imagine that's kind of why they offered the opportunity to turn off these little diglets for this game as well. A vein protrudes from the wall into the back of the head. Oh, you touched me there. Okay, how do I get... What's the deal here? I've noticed the strangest thing. What is this, like a book? Right? And it's like, look at all that. Look at all that stuff coming out of my mouth. And then I went to the dentist today because I've got very bad teeth genetics. And I have lots of holes or whatever. And one of them had to be like redone. So for that, they have to like take out the filling that exists with like a drill, and then they have to like fill it back up. But it's quite deep. But they like they inject me with anesthetic or whatever you call it beforehand. But like it's such like I can never look at it properly because I'm pretty bad with injections as it is. But the one they have at the dentist is so long because it needs to like reach into the back of your mouth. And it's just like a massive needle that they're holding up and pushing into your mouth. And I'm like, God, what a horrific sight. And then, yeah, then it actually works and you can't feel the right hand side of your face. God, but it's done. My tooth has been emptied and filled back up, and now that it's worn off, my mouth is like a little bit sore, but it's not that bad. The more I venture through the soul void, the more adept I become at reading emotions. If a place, if I place a hand on a lost soul, I can get a much clearer sense of their strife. So this is about Detective Man learning shit. They did fill me up with white stuff. You gotta go. Well, I can't say you gotta go because, like, at the same time, I went and then they handed me the bill. I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm still dependent on my parents because there is no way that, like, if I was earning my own money and paying this out of my own wallet, I would not feel good about what I just paid for. I would not be like, okay, I could get my teeth filled in, or I could save this much money. I'd be like, yeah, I'll save the money. But because I'm not the one paying for it, because I'm a dirty parasite or whatever, I don't mind so much. And that's the thing, right, bro? Unless, like, the longer you leave it as well, like, the more expensive it's gonna get. Like, if I just did my proper 6 monthly checkups or whatever, it probably would have cost less than having to do a big fill in like I did today. But it's rough. I'm glad it's cheap for you. It's not cheap for me. It's not cheap for me at all. I think today was 800 AUD for me, which for Kenny is also about 800 New Zealand bucks. And I'm like, God, yeah, like that's more than a Switch 2. That's more than what I paid for my Switch 2. I'm supposed to go back in 6 months for a checkup. Like, dental health is insane. And it's all because I have shitty genetics that my teeth just get so many holes in them. This should be done with clear consent from lucid souls. I almost lost a finger attempting to read one of the more hostile ones. Perhaps with my newfound power, I can help them remember the death, and hopefully come to terms with it. Perhaps that is the key to freeing these souls. Perhaps it is the key to my own escape. So, I don't think that's a book, but it's like some kind of diary about the Seeker. What is this? Like a coffin? Twitching and lurching slightly. I turned the sound up because it was a bit quiet, I just realised. But yeah, like... Oh, look at that, we're mixing the green and... Was that actually a book? I was having trouble understanding what the sprite was. Oh, what a nice surprise! I'd given up hope that I would ever see another sentient being. My name has long since been lost. The last time I went to a dentist just put a temporary filling in my broken tooth, but then I moved. Never went to a dentist again in my new town. Shut up, Matt. These aren't Elder Scrolls, these are Seeker Scrolls. Yeah, something similar happened with me Endless. It was like, I think my gap was about 4 years since I went. And essentially, like, I went, I guess around 2021. No, that can't be right. Maybe 2022? No, but I went like once, but then I had like a long break, kind of avoiding them, not picking up their calls because I'm irresponsible and didn't want to go back. And then also like, and then I lived in Japan for a year. I didn't go to the dentist while I was in Japan. I did have to go to the doctor while I was in Japan because I got sick and vomited at work, but yeah. My name has long since been lost, so you may call me the Waitin. Appropriate, I suppose, as I'm stuck here waiting. Why doesn't the dude just digest you? The other souls here have been melted into the blood you weighed, or congealed into the walls of flesh that surround us. I don't know why I didn't dissolve like the rest, but I wish I had. I'm connected to these vein tubes that pump their blood through me. Talking about getting filled up. And it is very unpleasant. I'm immobile, stuck, forced to wait for some sort of intervention to either frees me or destroys me. Or perhaps those are one and the same. Can I put you out of your misery? Okay, apparently I can if I find out where to cut your tubes. Maybe that's the goal of this area? Look at all these diglets. Oh, look at that face! Warm air seeps through the opening. A word rumbles at the back of its throat. Girly. You can see a hint of something moving deep within, but the way is blocked by thick cords. Give him a good smooch. That must be the, I forgot his name, but the Reaper or whatever. Good question, Endless. Hopefully soon, but like all the game dev I have to do at the moment isn't stuff that I really want to do on stream. It's just like eventing cutscenes. And yeah, I don't know. Is that one of the things I need to cut? Maybe I need a knife first. Or is this like where I can get a shortcut? Oh yeah, Kenny, don't you know? And I've got this amazing team. You wouldn't believe. So I've got a shortcut here. Dark Souls gameplay. I think I need a knife or something first. There's this person called Vendilli on my team. They're amazing. There's this person called Haunted Ditto on my team. They're also amazing. There's one other guy. I've forgotten. Another thing I can cut through. I've forgotten what their name is. It starts with... I don't know. This looks like an area where I'd get a knife. The figure in the wall has one eye open but carries no life behind its unblinking gaze. There's also a knife lodged deep in its guts. Nice Berserk reference. Yeah, those guys are great. Haunted Ditto, Vendilli. Not sure about the last one though. Don't know. Uneasily, you pull the knife out. Secretly, it's Maz. Have you seen what Maz is working on, Endless? I shouldn't spoil too much, but like, I got a sneak peek, and it is pretty nice. It is pretty impressive. I think Maz's work will blow people out of water. You obtained a knife. Me at the kitchen. Then just you wait. Just you wait. I imagine Maz doesn't want to spoil much. I got like a 10-second sneak peek on a Discord call with Ronko. We can go here, but I think we want to free the person, right? You will like it. Maybe it's going to be like one of those pocket moderator situations where because of it's not a Pokemon gameplay fan game, not that many people go crazy over it. Or like those people who actually have good taste, like pocket moderator fans, those people will go crazy over it. So I think you will like what Maz is cooking. Where was the vein? Oh, it was like in the hole in the wall, right? Where did I go? I didn't come down here. Yeah, no good spot. But good on them, I guess. Because they did a lot for the Pokemon fan game scene. Blood has seeped into the sunken crate. Can I take a sip? You don't want to go in here. You can't tell me what I want to do. Why me? So here's a pipe. The blood has seeped into the sunken crate. Is this a Fantastic Four moment? Oh wait, so I killed him, so now I gotta talk to him, right? That works. Are you happy? The Waiting's eyes are closed. He's unresponsive. Woohoo! Seeped into what? I've been trying to do like weird like side objectives in this. What a creepy... Blood! You shut up. What? Is this meant to be like our childhood home or something? I think it's meant to like resemble the normal human world, right? Oh, haha, hey, hi, welcome to, my slice of the void, haha. I'm, the husk, yeah, the husk. A husk of my former self? Good one. Nice joke. I'm an artist, if you believe it, haha. I drew this place to make the darkness more cozy, more bearable. The cozy game genre has gone too far. This is what they're calling a cozy game nowadays? This, really? My art, it's not so good, haha. My inspiration's gone, yeah, vanished. My spark, fizzled. My drive, dead. Hotel, Trivago. You wanna... I mean, this game, like, it's not over, so I won't give my full thoughts yet. But I think it is, like, a very good example of, like, you can make something interesting without actually having to make proper gameplay. Or, like, pull weird custom coding stuff with RPG Maker. If you have a vision, if you have some artistic talent, and you can, like, put it together, you can make something interesting. Like, this game doesn't have any, like, at least not yet, nothing mind-blowing, nothing revolutionary. It's just a game where you go around, talk to NPCs, walk around, interact with stuff. And in terms of, like, how good you have to be with RPG Maker to make a game like that, you don't have to be that good. Most people can do that on RPG Maker. But obviously not most people can make this game. The words I miss RPG Maker, I'm the game jam. You know? Yeah. I wonder if... I guess you're playing your card, you're showing your hand a little bit there, Maz. But Endless Senvoltion not working on RPG Maker. Maz and your team not working on RPG Maker. I wonder if there's going to be anyone else. I know we have some Pistics, but that's still RPG Maker. Dead like me, lost like me, ha 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 ha. But that's okay, I think. I put a piece of me in all of my work, so even if I don't make any more, people might remember me still. That's a very artist thing to say. But me and Voltzion can't finish our game because we're not able to recruit an artist. Good luck. Good luck. Finding an artist is probably the second hardest role to recruit for a jam. First, most difficult being probably being soundtrack composer, but most people don't bother with a soundtrack for a jam. Or an original soundtrack. I feel like my worth is determined by how often I create my art. When I'm art blocked, I feel worthless. You turn green. Is that a bug? Maybe not. I wonder if this is like very much taken from the artist of this game's way of thinking. It is like a very typical artist way of thinking. But I wouldn't be surprised if the artist does feel that way too. It's happy that you're here. A shark? Whoa, that's sick! Oh my god. And mice and cheese? This is cute. I'm afraid people only say nice things about me and my art because they pity me. Oh, so I think I like interact with the little speech bubbles, thought bubbles, the inner monologue of the artist, and they turn green. And maybe if I interact with all the inner monologues, I unlock something. There's a million artists better than me, so why do I even bother drawing at all? Nothing I make will ever stand out. My friends. Sometimes I feel like the only friends I have are the ones I made up, the characters I draw, the characters I write. But I want real friends too. I'm just scared of what they'll think of me. Most people love artists, man. If you just tell someone you're an artist, they'll want to be your friend immediately. And then you'll get a DM from them in 3 months saying, hey, can you... Huh. My hands shake as I write this, but my must document this post haste. A lost soul calling itself a grim appears to me in the Beyond Lands. It was an awful thing, a giant thing with grinning teeth, coupled with empty white eyes. It says it's been watching me with interest. It laughs at my attempts to help the lost. It says it will relish in my eventual failures. Hey, can you draw me pregnant, please? Yeah. Have you ever had anyone contact you with that DM, Maz? I've had some weird DMs. One time, someone mistook me for a girl because of my profile picture has like long hair, like it's a drawn avatar with long hair, and Yeah, just sent them the emoji. And then they tried like hitting on me, and it was very weird, and they were not nice about it, and they said some very rude things. It says it will relish my eventual failure, and my subsequent descent into madness. It taunts hold over. It taunts hold no sway over. Oh, it taunts hold no sway over me. If anything, I am more headstrong in my quest. Note I went to inform the mayor, but the scouts stopped me from entering this town. He said that they'll pass on the message, but I'm not allowed back in. I think they fear that my time here is hastening my change. I have my suspicions that they're not letting any of them of the lost back into town. I wrote a request to make a custom Freddy Fazbear transfer. That's not that weird. That's fairly normal, I feel like. I'm curious what this means though, because obviously this work in progress we're seeing is a character we've met in the game. Is it like a small meta thing of the artist putting some of their like drafts into the game, or does it have bigger implications that the game is about to get very meta and all of this is just a sort of self-expression of the different parts of the artist, or the dev, I should say? I don't think it's going that far, but like what could this mean if they're willing to put this here? Like this area is much more bluntly psychological than the previous areas. But maybe you could derive meaning in the stuff we've already seen, like maybe... I don't know. But maybe. You pet the scribble dog, its coat feels like TV static, and there you go. You can now get posted on the Can You Pet the Dog Twitter account. Would anyone miss me if I was gone? I kind of think that no one would, but maybe at least they'll remember my art. I want to bring others joy of what I create, but it's hard to do so when I feel miserable inside. If this is actually like how the dev feels, let me just say like, I'll remember your game at least. I think you've made something pretty special here, and I don't know if I'll outlive you, but I'll remember your game. Deep down, it still has hope. Like, this game is very clearly made by an artist, and so having a character in it called the artist who has, like, self-deprecating thoughts about their art, it's hard to imagine that they're not talking about themselves and the way they view things. You feel like it wants to warn you of something. Oh! Hello. Now we get orange and red. Don't you wish this was you? No face, no worry. What's the worst thing that could happen if you tore off your face right off? Live on stream. Okay, that's a bit gross. Don't say that. I don't want to imagine that. The lengths you'll go to feel like a hero, like your actions matter at all. Don't you remember how embarrassing you were? We remember, they remember. I don't know if you've seen Ex Machina. It's a very good movie and I recommend it. But there is a scene involving that and it is like disgusting. And not much of that movie is like disgusting. It's like the one gory scene in that whole movie and I just cannot look at it. Peel off your pants. We have a Magic Mike performance. Like if we are trying to like deduce like a sort of inner monologue from each area, this is very clearly about like shame, regret. Oh, and now I'm missing a head. Fix yourself with plastic, fix yourself with blood, your eyes, your teeth, your hair, your brain, your skin, your skull. or don't even bother showing your face again. If you want to fix your whole face and your teeth and your skull, that's going to cost a lot in cosmetic surgery. More than an $800 trip to the dentist. Hey, hi. You still have your wits about you, right? Then I need your help. Look, no matter what the operator says, they need to break this place down. I'll do it myself, but I can't. I need to get away from here. I hope I'll see you later. Ahead is one of the new zones that have popped up in the void. We don't have a name for these souls yet, but they all seem to have a latent anxiety attached to repeated actions or rituals. Despite this, they're surprisingly lucid and conversational, perhaps due to their proximity to their respite. I guess alternatively, instead of this being like a very introspective work from the dev, it could be taken more like literally, and just the void in this world causes people to sort of cave into their inner darker feelings. I guess when they get like really bad, you get areas like that artist area, or you get the area like that meat area. I don't know what it is, but it was made of someone, right? Like we saw the face. Someone turned into that whole area, perhaps, because of some feelings inside them. Doors are locked. I see you playing Balatro Endless. Good luck. What stake are you going to play on? You wouldn't play on base difficulty like a normie, would you? Surely gold stake is what you need. Ahaha, new visitor. Hello. I'm the operator, yes, the control and force of this factory. As the operator speaks, you notice a number on their face shift. Starting at 1, it ticks up a steady rate. Grinding all the stakes on every deck to unlock gold. Good luck. I got up to like red stake or something. I got up to like the second difficulty on like one deck. I should play more Balatro, but yeah, I'm not. I'm in no place to judge anyone. Once it hits 10, it restarts, then the count starts all over again. You see, I made this factory to keep the void safe, yes. Blue stake on blue deck. How thematic. As long as it functions, we'll all be fine. And if it shuts down, if the machine loses power, haha, I will literally explode. My limbs will fall off, my skull will break, I'll disintegrate. The whole void will collapse in on itself. But that won't happen because I made this factory. And as long as the factory continues its cycle, we'll all be okay. No need to thank me, really. Oh, what a nice guy. Feel free to look around, I put a lot of work into this place, but don't touch anything. Or I'll catch fire, I'll split in half and we'll all die again. Haha. We don't want that to happen, right? Oh my god! We're in a Team Rocket hideout! Maybe this person is a Pokemon fan. Up once, down once, up twice, down twice, up thrice, down... I messed up the count! Gotta do it again, gotta do it again. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, side to side. Hey, I probably shouldn't do this, but I can pop open those locked double doors outside if you want. Leads directly to the break room. Just talk to me again. Okay, so this is another like shortcut guy. If we don't want to do the puzzles, we can just skip ahead. And this is just a meaningless shortcut. I guess, I don't know. That thing's shiny, so it must be important, right? I'm going to be sick. I can't tell which button is the right one. Usually I can just feel which button is right, however when I go to push it, that feeling jumps to a different button. If I pick the wrong one, I'm going to have bad luck for who knows how long. This panel seems to control part of the factory's panel. You try to turn it off, but you can't make sense of the controls. You look down at the knife still in your person, and in one swift motion you take it and stab it into the panel. The screen shatters, sparks, and dies. I get the feeling we're going to break the factory. Notice that the game still has like flavor text in a lot of places. Ah, fuck. There we go. Everything's fine, everything's okay. So I can just walk up here, right? Yeah. The computer monitor shows several camera feeds of the factory deep within. It seems vast and unending, filled with pointless machines. The computer shows that 2 panels need to be turned off before the factory's mechanisms can be shut down. So I need 1 more panel. I have to keep retracing my steps until it feels right, until it is right. I'm so confused. I can't remember why I'm here, but I know I came with someone from town, but she turned into one of these clock people. So there you go. So like those masters of the area do come from the Lost Souls. Why do they act like they work here? They're Lost Souls, right? Like me. I want to leave. Why am I here? That's going to be a panel we can turn off. Oh, so just stabbed that thing, huh? Yeah, okay, no, that's totally fine. That's not unhinged at all. Thanks. You can see a small portion of the factory from this balcony. While there's a lot of movement, nothing seems to be getting done. The plaque before you reads, this factory has gone blah 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 days without incident. One of the glitch numbers tick over. Oh. Well, that's 2 panels now, right? So imagine if we get to the exit. You know, we had a co-worker leave here recently. He said it was going to be one of the hardest things he's ever done, since the anxiety of stopping was almost too much to handle. But heck, he did it. He got out. Haven't seen him since. I tried quitting like he did, but I was back in a few days. Just had a real bad itch deep down inside. I had to make sure the levers and buttons were pushed right. I had to. I really did. Maybe next time I last a little longer without that itch. Progress is progress, after all, no matter how small it may seem. Like, if we are taking a deeper meaning from every single area, which I don't know if... Okay, that's funny. Which I'm not sure is the correct thing to do, but if we do, then, like, this is very clearly very perfectionist, right? Or, like, controlling? I've been thinking lately, how come all of my impulses are always so negative? Why is my brain like, you need to pick this pencil up right now or your wrist will snap? And not, if you pick this pencil up, you'll find $50 on the ground. I greatly prefer the latter, wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? That sounds wonderful. $50 for picking up a pencil. Oh! Pissed, hey, you got the stuff, the hat, that stuff? I do have the hat. Yeah, you're right, you got that stuff. Go ahead and wear that stuff. Not in the water though. Hat stuff, not waterproof. Not in the water. So I actually can put on the hat I stole. Is this going to make a weird time loop? We're going to turn into the Twisted Fate guy. Some kind of museum here. I don't really understand what's inside, but I guess I don't really get modern art. His buddy's probably the guy who got stuck there forever. Fine, I have a moment to catch my breath and think. Somehow a lone void flower has grown here. I feel so much better here. I feel like myself. I don't want to leave, but I can't stay here forever. Can I? What is this? Are these like all the side quests we could have done? A lost soul fears being forgotten. That could be the guy who we needed to give the letter to. A lost soul wishes they were pretty. We found that guy. Did we need to give them a flower? A lost soul feels down about their work. A lost soul wishes for company. You let a lost soul rest. That's like the quest we did where we killed the guy. I seem to have... If what that means is that this is the only side quest we did successfully, I missed a lot. I did 1 out of 8 side objectives. I thought I was doing better than that. Oh, so we can view all the... We must be, like, very near the end of the game. We can view all the, like, character art. And there's 3 more to go. The other thing I'm thinking is, like... It's quite a common trope with, like, with indie games to represent, like, things as the stages of grief. I haven't been counting, but I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly it's like, hey, each of these levels has actually been a different stage of grief. Hey, whoa, hey, buddy, good to see ya. The name's Cheats. Cheats Mackenzie. Janitor by day, cheater by night. Oh, hey, not like that, buddy. Cheats is happily married. I'm talking exploits. I'm talking walkarounds. I'm walking here. I've got so many cheats they're friggin' coming out of my wazoo. You want a sense of pride, of accomplishment? Cheats don't friggin' care. Cheats don't got time for that. Listen, buddy, you want to use one of my shortcuts? Go on right ahead, but remember, they're optional. Optional as in, you don't gotta use them. So don't blame old cheats if you ruined something for yourself. So does this... autocomplete all museum quests. Acquire the 3 scattered familiar hearts. Visit the secret room? How much did I miss? Acquire all null void objects. Obtain the Seeker's hat. I've got the hat. I did that one. Return to the Grasping Forest. Are these all teleporting? It is. I wouldn't mind using the teleporting cheats. That doesn't sound half bad. There's a nicely written description of the exhibits on this sign. However, someone scribbled over it in bold letters. I just think they're neat. I guess I just made... Is that supposed to be Papyrus and Sans? Vegan spaghetti? Wow. Undertale. The image depicts a dubious looking baseball player. Is that cheats? A picture of a priest who seems a little blue. A painting of a wild eye stares at you from behind some cards. Meglavani, my favorite pastor. An image of a pal and his best buddy. Are these all different indie games? The obvious one is Undertale here. A girl with brown braids. She appears to be holding a knife. I feel like I don't know what game this is. I feel like brown braided girl holding knife would be a dead giveaway if I knew what game that was. A priest who seems a little blue. A game about a priest? I could be completely wrong about like these being game references, but this one, a painting of wild eyes stares at you from behind some cards. This looks very Inscription. It looks a lot like Inscription, at least for art. The thing is, in Inscription, he doesn't really hold the cards, does he? They're laid out in front of him, but maybe he does, I don't remember. This one, an image of a pal and his best buddy. I don't know about that one. It's got an animal, so I just want to say Animal Well, but it's not Animal Well. And baseball, I've got no idea. I've never played a video game with baseball in it. A dubious looking baseball player. So considering that one's 100% Undertale, and I'm like 80% sure that's Inscription, I feel like these are all indie games. But I'm not sure what. I'm a bad indie game fan. I can't recognize them. Okay, well, I feel like we're like near the end. So let's see what's going on here. How do I end up looking like this? Can I revert back to normal if I stay here long enough? Even here, the sky is completely dark, but this area is lit up like it's the middle of the day. Is the sun here invisible or something? Oh, it's good to see you again. Glad you didn't get caught up in the factory. This place is so much nicer. Wide open spaces as opposed to that closing building. I think I'll stay here for a while. God, the game is not over. I thought like the museum meant for sure. I've been studying this strange land for a few weeks now. I realize that when souls get pulled away from the light and dragged down here, the void rejects them, given that they shouldn't be here. And this realm doesn't really know how to handle their unfamiliar existence. The lost soul will eventually be compelled to search for an escape, leading them out here to the beyond lands, to the soul void to find answers. But when they get stuck, unable to leave first in an attempt to rectify the situation, the void will try to draw from their mind to create some place they belong, in a landscape where they very much don't. So I guess that explains like what we were seeing there, those weird landscapes that they're created from someone's mind to kind of create their own personal home. This, however, almost never works out well. After time, the lost soul will mutate, the severity of which varying with each individual. I believe this is a general process, but it begs for questions I've yet to figure out. How are souls being dragged into the void? Why are only traumatized souls coming here? I believe the answers must lie within the grim. A soul so consciously malicious must have a higher understanding of this predicament. I'll study it more. Note, I've been feeling a little off in a way I can't describe. I must hasten my research. I have this nagging feeling that I want to go further ahead into the null, but I've never seen anyone come back from there. That means either they found a way out of this place, or maybe something happened to them first. I saw a place exactly like this in my dreams long ago. I'm not dreaming right now, am I? Can I make a save state? Because I'm worried that like we're gonna go to a point of no return. And I wouldn't mind trying to solve the side quests. I mean, this place seems like a nice, happy place. I've never seen anyone enter the house or leave the house, but it always smells like fresh baked cookies. I want to go inside. That sounds like fun. There's freshly baked cookies on the table on the side next to him. Please only take one. Happily you oblige. You obtained a cookie. And another one appears in its place. But yeah, it said there's a side quest about like someone who was hungry. So I guess using a cookie we can probably feed them. Charlie, one of the best boys I've ever lived. You give him a few good scratches between his ears. No, wait, what? Is that a Vinny reference? Is this when I'm gonna find out that this is made by like one of the devs of Vinemon? Why? I've never watched VineSource, but I just get all my VineSource info from RPG Maker games or whatever. Not RPG Maker, this was made in Game Maker Studio or whatever. But like, what? That's so confusing. Everybody loves VineSource, huh? Aliens are real, I know. I saw one come into my kitchen, steal my root beer, and then abduct my grandpa. Oh, I'm so tired of this bit. Please don't make me say this. Like, that feels like dialogue straight out of Vinemon, talking about weird root beer and shit. Permanent damage, permanent damage. That's so strange. I gotta, like, check out this dev's Twitter afterwards and see what kind of weird overlap they might have with the Vinemon devs. Because if they're a VineSource fan, then they probably know that Vinemon exists because VineSource played it on stream. Lexi, arguably the weirdest dog thing to currently exist. You give her a smooch on the forehead. Is this going to be the final trash can that actually gives me something? No. Well, it has garbage. Not that we can take. Should probably leave alone the mustache before it jump scares you. So this is just the shitposting area where they put all their weird references on and their own dogs, I guess. It's a card with the letters C, J, and U written on it. In the toilet. Orb! Yeah, I've got no idea. Okay. Onwards. I used to be a wandering lost soul myself, consumed by darkness and repetitive wandering thoughts, wounding thoughts, but one day I met the strangest fellow, one who wore a silly little hat of sorts, and he took me the time to just talk to me, listen to my worries and what I could convey of them. Our talk was short, but it left an impression. Because of him, I made an effort, one to change the way I thought of myself. It was hard, I nearly felt impossible, but little by little I changed my habits. I regained a part of myself. My senses began to return ever so gradually, and the soul void sprouted this field around me. The grim seems to be blinded from this place, and as it radiates no sadness for it to feed on. Thus it's become somewhat of a safe haven for those who have found it. As long as I'm here, the field will persist. I will guard it until I have no reason to, until that awful beast is gone. Is this supposed to be like the null area? Don't go. Don't go. That was beautiful. The flowers stop growing after here. They can't guide you anymore. But I believe I can only go forward. It's not too bad. Oh, there's still something to guide me. Blood? Crystals? You made it here. Oh, that's my pal. Listen to me before I lose myself completely. I've escaped it for now. The Grim. But it's hunting me, trying to bring me back. I won't let it. I can't lose myself. Just come to the flower field. While I distract it, please find it. Its face is just a projection. Its real safe is locked away. Elsewhere. Destroy it, please. You may be our only hope left. I'm so sorry for putting you through this. I should be saving you. Not the other way around. Wait, are you wearing my hat? Seeker! Where are you? I have to go. I'll keep it away from you. We'll meet again, I promise. Not over yet. How long have we been playing? Nearly 2 hours. Not nearly 2 hours. About 1 hour and a half. Ah, I lost my friend. Scared. Don't want to be alone. Friend, where are you? Jump, jump, jump. Snap, snap, snap. Find the breaks in the darkness. Don't get lost. Oh my god, what a baddie. Hello? Maz, are you still here? You'll love this one. Reject humanity, embrace Leech. I would happily embrace that Leech. My god. Look at that. Can I talk to her? Well, aren't you a rare sight? A fully conscious, non-mutated being. All the way out here. Look at this, Maz. You'll love this one. This baddie, yeah. Who would have guessed it was possible? Oh my god. She has a mouth in her chest. If only she had mouths coming out of her feet, then Endless would be happy. I don't know how Endless feels about this one instead. If it was feet though, he'd be way down. He'd be way down. You don't remember that, Endless? When you talked about wanting a foot job? Did you push that memory out of your mind? I remember it. I'm never forgetting it. Call me the Leech, everyone does. Well, bye everyone, I mean myself, and now you too. Seems appropriate for what I've done. Got time for a little story? Caught a hunch, I think you might be interested. Right, but if you want a foot... I don't feel comfortable going this like in detail on stream, but if you were happy about the idea of a foot job, then imagine something with a mouth in its feet. Anyway. I used to hang around the Grim a long time ago. At least it feels that way. I don't know how long I've really been here, as one day might as well be eternity, but anyways, we met back when we were both new wandering souls. Back before I understood how I had gotten here. Back when both of us still had legs. I was as you can imagine, terrified. I latched onto Grim as he seemed confident despite our predicament. I asked him how he kept his composure, even when the others lost souls around us were starting to mutate and lose themselves. He snidely remarked that their suffering was keeping him sane, that he was feeding on their misery and growing stronger from it. I was desperate, so I asked him to teach me so I could be strong too. Hence why I guess you're a leech, right? Leeching off others' misery. I was so scared of ending up like the lost thing that I would have done anything to stay safe, and I did. I guess a Grim thought it would be funny to humor me, and so I learned how to consume the suffering soul's negative energy. It was fun for a while until it really sank in what I was doing, the pain I was indulging in. I had a change of heart, and I made it my second biggest mistake, telling the Grim about it. He ditched me here in this expanse, and since I refused to leech anymore, I ended up turning into this. Unfortunately, my mind didn't melt like others, and I'm stuck here with the guilt of my actions. I wish I could make up for what I've done, but I'm stuck here. You, however. The Grim thinks he's strong, untouchable, but is not. He'll crumble at the first sight of confrontation. But the problem is actually getting to him. He's locked himself behind a door that requires 3 items to open. I'll get them and this myself, but like I said, I'm stuck here. I'm sure you can find me, bro. Are those the hearts that I need to collect? Or is it something else? Is it these orbs? Something missing. You? All around the mural? Okay, he's just singing a nice song. Why do I feel so incomplete? Why can't I see? Where is everyone? Nice orbs, bro. Look at the orbs on that bird. Oh my god. No. Whoa, look at this bug man. It doesn't recognize your presence, it merely sobs to itself. Nice insect legs. Oh my god, we've got ourselves a little soccer bound puzzle. Buckle up, boys. Try not to fuck this up. What? Oh, I can push that up apparently. You obtained a broken frame. It's a broken statue with an off-putting aura. It has a low humming frequency coming from its chest. I know. What do you think you're accomplishing here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, I guess that's 1 item out of 3. Replace the broken frame. So, okay, 1 item. What are you? So hungry, ate everything I could find. Still hungry, too weak to move. You offer the lost soul of a cookie you found. For me? The lost soul that devours the cookie in 1 bite, but you're not sure how, since you can't see any discernible mouth from them. Tastes like memories. Memories of home. Memories of a better time. I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Is that another side quest done then? So scared to move, don't want to upset them. Ack! There's so many monster designs, my god, it's cool. My dear, I didn't come back, I didn't forget you, I hope you haven't forgotten me. Do you still have my promise, my ring? My dear, I broke my promise, I'm sorry. That's the side quest about being forgotten, right? So we need to find a ring somewhere for that buddy, but I got no idea where. Oh yeah, this is simple enough. Follow where the scarecrow is pointing? Pointing its right arm? Its left arm, I guess. That's down. Whoa! Side scroller section? You obtained a glass bottle. I guess we're collecting sorts of memories about the Grim Reaper. Something about alcoholism, something about a broken family. How does this work? What? How do I do this? Oh, just fully on the edge. I can't. Oh, I get it. I like the lines are a vague map. I'm a gamer. A stuffed bear. Something about stabbing soft toys. I found a lost leech. Are you looking for this one? You don't want your lost friend? Maybe I need to take it somewhere else. I can't remember. If there's anyone early in the game who was looking for a lost leech friend. I have a strong feeling that you won't be able to return once you go free. Open the door. Stay out. So here, let's make our save state or whatever.